Good morning, folks. I think Terj has the right idea. I probably should have made myself a little coffee or a tea before this stream. But I'm here either way, and I will do my best to stay awake. I got a good sleep last night for the first time in a while. I've not been sleeping well for whatever reason this week, so I've been pretty knackered, and I was thinking, okay, the tomorrow morning stream is going to be one of tiredness, and I will have to bring the energy. But thankfully, I slept like a baby last night, so we're absolutely fine, and I shouldn't be relying on a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. But I'd still like one, so send one over, Terj. Thank you so much. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Hope you're having a nice week. It is Friday, and normally on the Traction channel, not every week, but normally that means I'm going to stream something. I was meant to do 2 streams this week, so long story short, what I'm doing right now, this morning, I was going to be doing yesterday afternoon because we were expecting this game to launch a little bit earlier in the day, but unfortunately it didn't launch until later in the evening, so by that point I had to do other things and I wasn't able to stream last night, so I thought, hey, we'll jump on tomorrow morning and give it a go. And that meant, of course, that then because I'm streaming this today, I'm not streaming something else, so knock-on effect and all that. But either way, you have a stream on Friday, and it's a little bit earlier than usual because we are playing a brand new game. And that game is... I think about this because there's a lot of words in different orders and different iterations. It's CarX Drift Racing Online 2, which is the second of the PC versions of the CarX Drift Racing franchise. There are 3 mobile games as well, so CarX Drift Racing 3 has been out on mobile for quite a long time, and this is like the PC version of that, I guess. And it's stacked full of quite a lot of interesting stuff. There is an early access, so this is very much an early access release, but we still have quite a lot we can do and explore, and I'm sure this game will expand over time. And today I thought, yeah, new game, a little bit different to what I normally do. There's a lot of, it's a drift game, but there's lots of things you can do within that, so I thought, let's jump on it and basically let's see if this drifting idiot that's not very good at drifting and doesn't quite have a fully round steering wheel on him at the moment can survive some drifting. And also, I have some really cool things I want to show you, like a full laser scan version of Fuji Speedway, but not just the circuit, basically the entire vicinity of the location. It's very, very cool. So we're going to be doing all of that. But yes, good morning, Alan. I see you're on here as well. Welcome along, and very much appreciate your kind comments earlier on as we're getting started. Tony's here. Oh, nice one, Terj. Yeah, thank you. Plug in the podcast as always. Plug in the like button, plug in the podcast. You're basically our marketing executive. I appreciate it. Our growth marketing executive. That's what I was trying to say. Right, guys, where do we start? I mean, I want to kind of explore different areas of the game. Do you know what? I think I'll maybe take a little free ride to start with, just to kind of talk you through some of this and show you this. I'm desperate to show you Fuji Speedway, so I think we're maybe going to start with that. Or actually, also you may have noticed the Nürburgrings there as well, and it's the Nordschleife. Do you know what? I'm going to save Fuji for a little bit later on. We're going to come back to that. I think we should probably just jump into career mode first, because I've deliberately left it. I've done the driving school, or drifting school, which I'm going to show you anyway, where you kind of get a tutorial how the game works. And then you can see that the career mode is going to involve sponsors and entering different events here, Fuji, Ebisu, and ADM. So I think what I'm going to do is show you a little bit of what drift school is like. This is how the game is going to start for you. And then we'll move on from there. Interesting. So Steam reviews are looking rough. This game obviously launched in early access last night, so there's a lot of, I guess there's going to be a lot of early reviews. Only people that are reviewing this at this stage are people that have jumped on last night and instantly want to either refund it or just people that have maybe played the demo, or people that have played the mobile version and have like built their opinions already, because obviously you can't really... It's difficult to review a game in one night properly, but obviously this is Steam reviews. This is not like kind of full editorial reviews, right? So this is your drift school. So basically, when you first launch the game the first time, you're kind of thrown into the car. You're given your inputs to set, and then you go through this sort of drift school situation. It's currently got like an AI voiceover thing, which is, it says it's going to be replaced when the game is actually in further development. So it's just like a placeholder at the moment, which is fine. So yeah, we'll start with lesson 1. I'm going to start on the wheel, guys, and I want to also use the controller later. It's just a more chill experience with the controller. It's also easier to get kind of comfortable on a controller, but when you master it, obviously doing it on a wheel is more satisfying, so it's kind of a balance. But I don't have a fully round wheel, so it's not quite perfect at the moment. I need to get myself a fully round one, so we're doing more drifting and rally content in the future, of course. So yeah, we'll just try lesson 1.
In this exercise, we'll learn how to initiate a drift. Watch closely. I'll show you how it's done. Accelerate in a straight line. Steer slightly into the corner and pull the handbrake. As soon as the car starts to rotate, release the handbrake and push the gas pedal.
So there you go.
After the short drift, release the acceleration a bit, and without drift, go to the next turn. And again, steer.
So you basically get a little tutorial of how it works, and then you got to do it yourself. Hopefully you can hear the car sounds okay.
The task is not going to complete itself. Let's go. Tiny angle. Try to steer harder. Too abrupt footwork. Be gentler with the car.
Oop. Lost it already.
Fine.
And you have this kind of narrator telling you if you're doing a good job or not. No! Show you the car as well. I always find like driving on chase cam with a wheel is almost impossible. When you're drifting, it's very, very difficult. The only angle you can really use is this one, where the camera essentially rotates with the car. Might need third gear for this, actually. Woofed.
Not enough angle.
So basically, you just do this sort of thing until your instructor basically is happy with your performance, I think. That's kind of how it works. So we need to...
This angle is way too
I need to
shallow.
actually... Do you know what?
Add some throttle.
I think what I need to do is...
Go!
Start from the beginning. We know we need third to kind of keep the momentum up enough. And they did say to use the handbrake, so maybe I should use a little bit of handbrake just to show that we're doing what the instructor's asking us to do.
Don't twitch it.
But the handbrake for me on this occasion is just my paddle, basically, because I'm using a sequential gearbox. And then I'm using the... Because I don't actually have a handbrake, I'm using just a paddle on the back of the wheel.
Exercise
Here we go.
complete. Drive to me and we'll start the next one.
Okay, exercise complete. So then you can basically move on into the next... Sorry. So as I say, this is the one bit of the career mode I actually completed yesterday, just to try and get everything, get the controls working, get a little feel for it and stuff like that. So I'll jump in one more example just to show you. Yeah, so you can actually see the FPS in the top right. So that's the game zone counter, which was there since the start. So you'll be able to see whether it's the stream or whether it's the game or what it is that's actually stuttering. So that's a shame. Hopefully it's not too bad though. Like, is it stuttering worse than the actual FPS count in the top right? Oh, okay. That sounds quite, sound disappeared as well. Interesting. Like the whole stream sound, or just the sound of the game? That is a bit strange. So you can see here, you've done lesson 1 is square, then you've got a sharp slalom course, and then you've got medium, large, and small circles to drift around, figure of 8, a smooth slalom course, hourglass, and then a large figure of 8 to end things as well. So you can see how all this works. Basically, just run your way through the drift school. We'll do one more maybe. We'll do the difficult, slow, smooth slalom course one. Oof, the slow speed stuff is honestly so tricky. We'll give it a try.
Now let's put everything what we learned together.
Oh, no worries,
into
Tersh.
Smooth slalom config. I don't think that you'll struggle with it. It's pretty simple.
Oh, I think I will struggle with it. So you've got this kind of slalom, but it's very low speed.
Use this straight line to return to the start if you need to try it again.
They make it look so simple. All right,
Go on.
let's give this a
Your
go.
move.
There are obviously different camera angles we can use for this as well. So as I say, drifting from chase cam, from like a regular chase cam, is very difficult. You need the camera to sort of move with you. Like, I'll try it and I'll show you what I mean.
Fell asleep?
I bet, like...
Push the pedal a little smoother. That's the way to do it.
Ooh, too tight there. Okay, actually... I thought that was going to be more of a nightmare than it was, to be honest, from that angle.
Now come here and we'll keep going.
Okay. that one's done anyway. So I was thinking, basically for chase cam, I was thinking you might need to go for this sort of angle where it stays attached to the rear wing, just so you get the sort of, oh dear, sorry, just so you can kind of feel how much angle you've actually got at any given moment, basically. Nope, gone. As soon as you lose that momentum, and I'm reaching for the handbrake on the back of the wheel, it's gone. So you've just got to be so kind of gentle and smooth and just basically keep it flowing, which is incredibly difficult. If you've never played a game like this, it is so difficult to get the hang of. And then once you master it, of course, you just look like an absolute god. And I am so far from being able to say mastering anything here. We're just going to sort of, let's say, stumble our way through the game and try and actually get better as we go. I think that's kind of the target here. That's the aim. The PC specs are in the description, schmuck, so you can check out the specifics. But yeah, it's I'm running also, what preset am I running for the graphics? So I'm running borders window, I'm running high overall quality, but not ultra. And the specs are pretty strong with my PC. Got VSync off as well. I've got a limit on 60 for the FPS, but we should be, you'd hope we would be hitting 60. If I just bring that down slightly. Flora draw distance, so like your vegetation, let's say. We've taken it down slightly, so we'll see if we get a little bit smoother there. My skyline, as you can see, is wrecked. Oh yeah, so I was going to show you as well. You've got different cars you can buy. Are they all wrecked? I need to repair them all, do I? Yep, they've all... Damage is new for the first time to this franchise on PC as well, so there is a damaged model. You can see the cosmetic damage mainly, but there's like wear to different parts. So although you can't like break your suspension in terms of, you know, break your steering with an impact, it will wear over time, but also you can smash your car up, as you can see, and then you have to repair it. So if we just go for... Before we jump into the actual career mode events, we'll maybe just go for a little gander around Fuji Speedway, because I think it's very, very cool. So we're going to go free ride, Fuji Speedway. Do you hear that little, I like the little announcement when you enter a circuit. So if I go for Ebisu, listen. I like that. Nice little touch. Nürburgring.
Willkommen auf dem Nürburgring.
There you go. Welcome to the Nürburgring. I want to show you Fuji because it's just really, really cool. So you can basically choose which track layout. So you've got like the drift school up there, you've got the short course, and you've got the safety education center as the sort of pre-built, let's say, circuits that you can go to because there's events that take place on those circuits, for example. However, if we go no layout, you can spawn in many different spots around Fuji, and you can have an explorer. So if for those of you who are watching this that aren't into drift games and this sort of thing's new to you, I mean, if we can start in the pit lane, right? Let's just start in the pit lane. And we're definitely going to do a quick repair on our... Oh, that didn't repair our skyline. I would like a new car, please. There we go. There's our skyline, anyway. So you recognize Fuji Speedway's pit lane. Now you can, of course, escape the track, go into the paddocks and stuff like that, so we will do that, but... It is a laser-scanned Fuji, so I just want to show you this. Oh, way too hot into turn one. Thankfully, we've got a drift setup, of course, so I can kind of save that. Getting 32 FPS and 48, so it's really struggling for whatever reason. Maybe because we're loading the whole map, I'm not sure. Too wide. And you can sort of, by doing the free roaming and stuff, you can sort of enter these, I guess, like, I don't know what you call them, drift areas and stuff, or clipping zones and things like that, so you can build up points and get some money in, which can help you buy and repair your cars. So it's all kind of linked. I want to try and escape the circuit, though, so let's see if we can find a little exit point here. See if we can get outside. Oh yeah, there's a gap. And now we can basically explore Fuji. Which way? Which way is the question. So you can actually see the map on the bottom left. I've left it uncovered so you can sort of see your options for roads and stuff. We need to actually find a way out of the sort of first little exit bit here. So there's another split here. We've got this road. I don't know if we're just getting brought back onto the circuit here. I'm trying to continue going left until eventually. Oh, there was a road there. I think I might need to go back to that road. That gate's shut. We'll go up here. Just trying to find my way out of all these fences. But as you can see, I mean, there's a massive road network, so there are so many different ways you can go here. I'd be very curious if someone's gonna, like, you know, learn the full thing basically. So yeah, there's our kind of welcome barriers at one side of the circuit, so you can see there. Fuji Speedway, but we're now outside the barriers. Is that a fence? Oh, that was close. Another sort of like, well, like a paddock access road around the outside. Right, this is like a full perimeter road now. Obviously, when you're driving like a drift spec version of a car, as opposed to a normal circuit racer where you're just used to having all this grip, and this thing obviously just wants to go sideways, and the physics and everything are set up to do that. I need to like completely retrain my brain in terms of how I would chuck this thing around. That view's no good. Ooh, nope. Oh. See, we're properly on the outskirts now. I mean, I don't know which way to go. I think that's probably going to lead back towards the track, maybe? I don't really know. Very Fuji-looking place, yeah. So obviously, if you've been here before, you'll probably recognize some of these roads, but it depends if these are all, like, access paddock roads. These will probably all be shut off during a weekend. I don't quite know. But I just think it's really interesting. Okay, let's not bin it. Let's just repair the car. There we go. So you do have to pay for, like, full repairs to your car, but you can get, essentially, cosmetic repairs for free. So you can't, for example, get a free engine and gearbox repair, but you can get a free bumper repair. So if I go and like chuck it off this road, for example, if I go flat out over here, just lose it into a tree, there you go. Don't know where we're going to end up, mind. Oh, well, we're on another road. Sure. Then I can obviously, with cosmetic damage, I can just hold that button, boom, repaired. No idea where we came from and where we've gotten to, but just going to follow this little road up and hopefully find something. I see another road on the map. Someone's asked if this game's worth buying. Honestly, way too early for me to say that for me. Basically, today I'm going to try it, well, in a minute, I'm going to try out career mode for the first time just to show you what it's like, but also to see what it's like for me. And so I can't give any sort of verdict on that yet, but that's what this stream's all about, right? Trying a new game, sharing my thoughts and opinions and experiences, and then we'll go from there. I think I've refound the road. Was this the road I was on before? There's also, as you can see, a little... Look at the map on the bottom left. There's someone driving around, I think a little... I don't know if that's like one of the drift courses or training courses or something. It's like a drive-atar there. I don't know if that's... Well, it will be an AI driver because we're on single-player mode. Whoa, that's going to be a fence. Yep. Oh, my poor Skyline. It's got an exhaust coming out of its... where its headlight should be. Oh, no. Don't fall down the hill. We can do a quick reset. There we go. I don't know where we are now. We're at some sort of... I'm going to stick to the chase cam so you can just see a bit better. I don't know where the circuit is. I don't know which way I need to go to get anywhere. I'm just kind of... That's the thing, you could just basically drive around and explore the area. There's a lot to see here, though. And it's sort of, in some ways, I'm like, this is giving a little insight as to what it might be like on a set of course at Evo when we've got Nürburgring Nordschleife full free roam with the vicinity included. Just because obviously the free roam area on the Nordschleife is going to be, you know, it's going to be the proper roads around it. Whereas this one, I don't know if it's like the actual full roads around it or it's just the kind of access roads within it, if that makes sense. This looks more like a proper road, but I think it's, again, it's like a paddock access road. Oh, I am very ready for Forza Horizon 6 next week. FFB feels pretty good, to be honest. I mean, obviously, it's going to be more of a test when we're actually drifting and stuff, but yeah, I mean, it's feeling pretty reasonable. Oh, that was close. I think that's the circuit on our left. I think we're down actually by, you know, turn 2 at Fuji, so I think that's the... We're down the bottom of the circuit. Let's go under the tunnel. I don't think I'm going to be able to read any of these signs. No. Main track left, pit paddock left, grandstand left, multi-purpose driving course and gymkhana course to the right. I think we're actually in the circuit now, though. There's a little campsite on the left. And then, whoa, this is the main paddock, I guess. Nope, nope, nope. Whoa! We can get through here, though, so there's a little view. We'll see what's what. Oh yeah, there's a full road. So basically, I mean, there's so many layers to this. No, I thought there was no fence there. I guess we're just going to be... Yeah, we're just going to get stuck on the fence now. Cool. We'll just reset. Ignore... Yeah. You got to ignore all the orange stuff because I'm destroying the actual car. But we'll just pay for repairs later. Don't worry. Do not worry. I think if I, like, pause it, for example, we've got the option to full repair. Oh, no, you can't see that because my face is in the way. Hang on. There you go. So you've got the option to full repair for $1,000. So we'll do that. There you go. Boom. So you do get, like, mechanical damage, but it's like... What I'm trying to say with that is you get mechanical damage, but it's not sort of crash inflicted, I don't think. Or at least it's not like you break a wheel and you can't steer the car or anything like that. It's just kind of more like a wear-based thing from what I can pick up so far. But anyway, I mean, that's a little idea of what it's like to explore Fuji. Obviously, there's so many different corners to this map. We could spend 2 hours exploring Fuji and still feel like we haven't seen it all. There's just so much. So I'm going to leave that for now. I want to jump into the career mode and give that a go. Look, I've already done 90... Since literally fully repairing this a minute ago, I've got $94 of repairs still. Or again. But we get money, so we get 300 for, what, good angles, big angles, speed transitions. So those are the sort of things we did actually when we were on the circuit. So just being able to do those drifts. Actually, that's not true. When you get into a good drift pattern in free roam mode, you do build up good angles and things like that. You just can't build up those sort of... the areas. So like do you remember when we were on the circuit, there was the green boxes, like almost drift zones? So obviously you won't build those up in the vicinity, but you will still build up everything else. So you can earn some money, and then you can spend that money on cars or repairs. Right, hang on a second. I'm going to just change something here. And then we're gonna give the actual proper drift mode, or like the proper modes a try, as opposed to just like your free roam. Yeah, maybe new tires. So if we go to the, if we go to the workshop, you'll see the sort of stuff you can do here. So 94 for a full repair. Let's just do that. Is it just tire change? I'm not even sure. But you've got a crazy tuning menu, all of the different stuff: front axle, rear axle, springs. You've got damper settings, suspension geometry, tires. So if you're like a proper car setup fanatic, or you're, if you're into that sort of that element of drifting, I guess, because obviously car setup is hugely important for drifting, then you can have a proper play around with this. Apparently we've got ABS on. I wasn't feeling it, not gonna lie. I felt like I was locking up everywhere. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna mess around with the setup, because I don't want to break a car that actually feels pretty decent to slide. I feel like I would just destroy it. But you can also go to upgrades here. You can buy different engines, for example. You've got stats for them all. You can rotate them as well. And obviously that goes on to lots of different elements. It's not just the engine, it's gearbox, differential, suspension, all these sorts of things. Obviously visual customization a big part. Get some bucket seats if you want them, or you can get, what's this? Interior door panels? Oh, you can have no panel. Okay, interesting. That's a little bit low res at the moment. I don't think all the tracks are laser scanned, Schmock, but I'm not 100% sure. I know that Fuji is. I don't know about others. I don't think they're all laser scanned. But I might. It's, as I say, I would maybe look that up, because that's what I'd be doing to find out. We don't have that much information at this point about the game, so information will be out there. I just don't, for doing this stream, let's just say, I don't have like a specific thing of information or anything like that. It's just know that the game launched last night and I want to play it. So have a look at other cars as well. The Kyoto S80. So they're unlicensed cars as well. So you've got licensed tracks with obviously Nürburgring in there. You've got Ebisu in there, Fuji, and some other venues. I think there's an American area as well. There's also a real one. I can't remember what it's called. I'll check that in a minute. Then you've got unlicensed cars. So the Kyoto is very much a Supra. How much is it going to cost to repair that one? Oh, only 155. Okay, it's just, see, the cosmetic repair. Cosmetic is free if I just click this button. Boom, done. Then full repair, 155. So that'll be like your mechanical parts, for example. But you can see how much more extreme the aero is on this Supra, or the mods are anyway. All the different customization options. Some LED lighting. Should we buy some? So we buy some lighting for no reason? Why not? So you can add it to your order. It's basically your basket, and then how do we actually? I've not done this yet. So how do we actually buy what's in our basket? There we go. LED lighting, install. Nice. Some low quality underglow to make the car a bit more cringe. Sorted. It works in some scenarios, I'm sure. All right. There's your multiplayer options as well. So you have online rooms where you can just basically free roam with everyone. You've got asynchronous duels and asynchronous top 32. So this is the sort of proper drifting scene where you're actually able to go into tandem drift competitions with other people, all asynchronous, which is pretty good. And that's like a ranked mode, essentially. So winning increases your rank, losing decreases it. So we'll definitely try that a little bit later on. But for the actual drifting side of things, let's jump into career. and see what it's at. Actually, I'll answer that one question from Skids before we do that. Can you change individual rims? Let's find out, because I haven't actually tested any of that. Is it going to be... It's probably going to be in the body kit section. Wheels, rims. Yeah, you can change front or rear. I don't know if you can change every individual ones, but yeah, rear and front are different. Thank you for answering that anyway. So you change them both at the same time. We can go rear only. And then we can also go for front only as well. So yes, but not individual. All right, let's try this. Let's try this career mode and see what happens. So we've got Fuji, Ebisu, and ADM Raceway. Let's start with... We'll start with ADM. There's the lowest reward. And it's only one stage. So we'll start with that one. We've got to pick a sponsor first. Okay. So Crown, finish all stages as 8 or above, and we get a payout. Then you've got L Prototype, finish all stages as 8 or above. So that's the same to... Okay, basically that's the same contract, but one is better paid than the other. This is KND, I'm going to say. Pass qualification. That sounds a little bit easier. No DNFs from Fastlane. That's a bad one, because that's definitely not going to happen. Finish all stages 8 or above. Finish all stages 8 or above. Okay. So there's five contracts. You've got fine print as well, which is interesting. So what's the fine print for this? $500 penalty for failing the objective. Okay, that's a bit scary. Let's go for... I think the best offer was honestly the first one, was Crown. $200 for failing. Mandatory qualification. If conditions are violated, the contract may be terminated early. Oh, right, okay. Unilaterally. You know what? Let's just go for it. And I mean, if our career ends early because I failed all these contracts and we're like eliminated, that is the way it is. So let's give it a go. Wait, no, I don't want to start without a sponsor. I want to sign. There we go. TraxionGG. That's quite a nice little touch. We're going to do it. Actually, hang on. Can we do multiple? Oh, we've got lots of slots. So we can sign all of these. Oh, that's terrifying. Should we do it? This one doesn't have fine print, so this is like a safer one. There's no fail with that one. So maybe we should have... Yeah, maybe we should have gone for the ones without the fine print. So this one's got the $500 fail for... The $500 penalty for failing the objective. No DNFs. There's going to be DNFs, surely. Unless I could just restart them all. We'll sign... The other ones have no... I don't think there's any compromise with those ones. So we'll sign all of those. To be honest. Let's just do them all. Big payouts. Okay, ADM Raceway. So we've got our first career mode event. I don't quite know how this is going to work, because it's my first time playing this game, so... I'm intrigued to see how it is. There's our objectives on the top right. The money we get for each of them. Prepayment as well, so we've got to pay a little bit to enter, I guess. And then we've got the practice qualification, top 32, top 16. So basically it's like an elimination thing. So at least we get to practice. That's a good start. Ooh, what car should we take? That one doesn't comply with the requirements. So we've either got the Nishimo LRL 35, which I believe is a Nissan Laurel. And then we have the Skyline. Let's go the Skyline. Let's just go with what we're comfortable with. I was driving the Skyline in the free roam. We'll start with that. Safer option. Alright. Practice. So we can do qualification, but we're just going to go straight to practice. And get a little feel for this. Okay. So we've basically got a line, an ideal line essentially. Okay, I'm glad I practiced. That's why I need to practice. So you basically have to follow the line, right? I failed. Excellent. Restart, please. Let's go for... we'll go for this view. I think this might be the way to go for using the steering wheel at the moment. Too fast. Yep. Try again. Wow. Look at the mess I've made of my skyline already. So you can't go too fast. So there is a little red sort of suggestion on the line, which I guess is to slow it down a little bit. You also can't go too slow. That's better. Very slow final corner. Okay, I've got so much to learn, but we survived a run. Terrible points. 38.8 points for that one. So then we do the chase run, I guess? No, that's finished training. I don't want to finish training. I'll do one more. I'll do one more, because my style was 0.7 out of 20, apparently. But I mean, looking at the replay, it didn't look like it was... I mean, that's a terrible score. This last corner was pretty bad. I almost... Yeah, like... That wasn't a proper drift. That was basically just me surviving a crash. Starting second gear. Not too fast in there. We're going to lose all our style points again. Bit of the grass. Even worse. No style. 7 out of 40 for a racing line and 9 out of 40 for the angle. Oh, this is going to be... I'm going to fail. So every objective. we're gonna make a loss and our career is going to be over before it starts. All right, well, we're going to move on anyway. You can see how that went so wrong. Right, 3 attempts to qualify. Let's just repair the car as well. Okay. We're spending money on repairs anyway. It doesn't matter if we lose contract money. Right, this is where it counts now. I'm always way too shallow through that corner because I'm scared of crashing. Or because I'm genuinely in the middle of a crash. I'm just losing control. Oh, it's the low speed stuff, so difficult. Hey, I got 66.7, so that's actually pretty good. 66.7, that's a better score than any of my practice ones by a mile. Even though I had that terrible corner in the middle. We'll see it in the replay. So here I got a little bit, there I got too much angle too early and I panicked. Oh, I was close to the wall, that's why. And then all the way into the middle, so... On the inside, sorry. So not great. Definitely not great. But we get 2 more attempts. Oh, yeah, I should change tires. That's a good point. I mean, how many... 71 on the... Oh, yeah, that's a good point, actually. So you're restricted to softs or city tires. But if we want to... Can I buy new ones? 4 new ones? Or just 1 new one right now? Oh, we've got 11. Okay, sorry, I'm talking... It's trying to learn what's actually happening here. There we go. I've installed a new tyre on the rear. We don't need a new one on the front yet. Okay. Attempt 2. Oh, it didn't actually change the tyre. Oh well, we're on worn rears for now. No, it's too much of an angle. Absolute fail. All right, we still got our first one though, so I'm assuming it's just your best score. We'll try our third attempt. You can see I was just 2 sideways. It was gone. Okay, so oh no, now we've got our tire changed. That's fine. Attempt 3. Too wide. There's NEC FX analog for camera. Yeah, okay. So is that a setting in the game then? We'll take our attempt 1 and hope that that gives us a qualification spot. I have no idea if it will. '15th. All right, okay, we're literally... Oh, okay, we're absolutely fine. You needed 43 to qualify. That makes me feel a little bit better about what could be possible. So 66 is not awful. I mean, it is bad, but 15th in the qualifying order. There we go. We're into top 32. Royal Godly asks, how do you get 34? I'm pretty sure I got, like, 17 earlier or something. It's definitely possible. We're up against Mark Brown, who qualified 18th in our top 32 shootout. So we did beat him in qualifying, but I think it's going to be one attempt, I guess. In career mode, we'll have to see. And this is the first time where we're actually doing a tandem drift. So this is where it's going to get interesting. So I've actually got Mark following me, but because I'm the leader, I'm doing the lead run first, I guess. It means I don't really have to think about him too much. I just do my own thing, and if he crashes into me, it's his problem. My issue is going to be me getting to the end of the run, because I only did that successfully like twice. Go. Saved it. Wow. Oh, absolutely destroyed though. 51.9. And Mark was 78.4. So where did it all go wrong? Let's see. That's actually looking okay so far. There I went in the grass. That's not going to have helped. And I hit the barrier. And then this is where I always seem to get it wrong. I cannot get this corner right. But that's not looking awful. Mark was just better. Right, I guess we're going to do the chase run. Obviously, we could restart, but I don't necessarily want to keep restarting because it's going to be, I mean, 51.9 is probably... I think if I restarted, I could do worse. The style is really low. I don't know how we get more style. Maybe not going in the grass and crashing. I would have thought that would add to the style, you know? Okay, let's try a chase run then. Looks like we're going to have to score big to catch Mark, essentially. Oh, overtaking him. I've crashed into him. Oh, no. Well, I just want to see that again. I've basically just went too ambitious there on the inside. Yeah, look. Sorry, Mark. Right, we are going to restart that. And please give me a repair. Thank you. All right, we'll go again. Too much angle, I think. We'll try and keep it going though. No. Oh, almost. It's lost now. Nope. Ah, it was going well. I say it was going well, I hadn't died. Yeah, that was terrible, actually. But then it suddenly here felt like I was recovering it a little bit. And then I fell behind. And then I went too sideways. And then I lost the angle. And then I had to redo it. Oh, it's so difficult. Yeah, I thought you meant 34 is in the score. You meant the car. Yeah, you get different cars. So I'll show you the sort of, like, the dealership. After this, but yes, I've seen different cars in there, and I managed to get the Skyline yesterday. Right, we've still got another repair, so we'll try this again. Restart, sorry, not repair. Just got to try and like almost, you got to try and relax. Really, is the trick, I think. I'm too far behind, look. Absolutely not. One more restart. It's do or die. We're not going to repair the car. We're just going to drive our broken Skyline. We'll try a different angle just to see what happens. I've crashed into him already. Nope. There's such an art to this that it's just going to take a lot of time to get used to. But I think we're basically just going to have to admit defeat on that one. I think it just got worse and worse throughout. The first attempt was probably the best. Mark was too good. So we'll finish the stage. We've got into the top 32 though, so we've qualified at least. Let's see where we ended up. Will Williams in 9th. P30 in that one with 20 points. It feels like... Hey Blitzkrieg, Bev, how's it going? It feels... Yeah, physics-wise, actually, to be honest, of the drift games I've played, and I haven't played too many drift games for too long, so, like, I kind of dabble with these games occasionally when they... in the past, when they've come out, and I've never really got into sort of playing them, I guess, fully playing them for a longer period of time after their release. And that, when I say these games, I mean sort of drift-specific games, like, of all kinds, like Drift CE and games like that as well in the past. I think as a drift-specific game goes, physics-wise, I found it a little bit more intuitive than many other that I've played. So I think it's difficult, like, to really judge the physics, because I'm the problem, right? Like, I'm not very good yet at drifting, so it takes a lot of time to kind of get the hang of it. But I do think it feels a little bit more intuitive and natural than many of the other ones I've played before. In terms of specific drift games anyway. I want to actually switch to the controller soon though, because obviously I'm playing with a steering wheel and I'm struggling a little bit, but you can see that every so often I get a good thing going and it's like, oh, okay, this is possible. I can do 3 or 4 corners. And then, but actually trying to like nail that in a competition when I'm following an AI car, that's just very, very difficult. So you can see we've got 20 out of 245 as our sort of potential, what's that? Potential, I don't even know what is that points or reputation? I'm not sure. It's some sort of score anyway. I was going to check out the shop as well to show the cars. So the buy a car section, we'll see what we've got right now. So new offers you can see in 3 hours. Let me just switch this out to the other camera. New offers in 3 hours, 12 minutes and 6 seconds. So this will sort of refresh. We've got lots of different options for the Kyoto E86. We've got the, so you've got the Supra S80, which is what we've got already, the LRL35, which is also what we have already, and then a different version of that car, different prices, different specs, different mileages, different event wins. Then we go more modern. Oh, an E46. A couple of E46s. We might need to buy one of those. We've got a destroyed one. That's how it looks when I've driven it. It actually doesn't say it's destroyed. It says it's actually, if I go detailed info, it says it's had no crashes, it's got broken tyres, but everything is in excellent condition. This car is in excellent condition with 0 crashes, and look at it. There's something kind of intriguing me about that one. I might have to buy that. We also have, we've got a Corvette, or a Covert CC6, and an Ishimo S15. Oh, I feel like I'm going to have to buy some of these. B&M M4R, so that's basically your M4. A few different options there, different prices, different specs. That one's undrivable, apparently. This is also confusing me. Very confusing, because you have an undrivable B&M M4R, which is costing double or way more than all the other ones, and it looks in perfect condition. So I guess the engine's not working? I don't know. It's got no engine? Yeah, that's what it is. It's got no engine. And it's had 18 crashes. Wow. Joe's Mustang. MST20. So that's really cheap, actually. 15,000 for that one. Should we just buy some absolute bangers and fix them? I am going to buy... Oh, 82 grand. I want to buy the E46. I'm going to buy the crashed E46. Because it says it's not crashed. And I admire the enthusiasm. Can I now fix this, please? There we go. 700 to fix it. Boom. Right. I mean, it's a horrible color. Let's try one more with the steering wheel, and then I want to switch to the controller. Let's go for Ebisu. No DNFs, no DNFs. Finish all stages as 8 or above. I don't know what that means as 8 or above. Does that mean like in 8th place? If that means in 8th place, then that's going to be a problem. Until I get better at this game. Yeah, okay. Let's not sign the ones where we're going to lose money for not finishing in top 8, because I feel like it's going to take me a little bit of time to get used to it, to have a chance of finishing top 8. This one is, no, it's the same. Finish all stages. Oh, it's qualification that's mandatory. Okay, that's fine. We can do that one. So this one, what was the fine print on this one? Is it qualification? Yeah, it's just qualification. All we need to do is qualify, so we'll take that. Cool. So basically, we'll just lose a load of money if we don't qualify. So we've got to qualify. That's basically it. Once we qualify, then everything's a bonus, right? Accept. So at Ebisu, we have 3 different events we can do. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, 1 event to start with. Okay, that's fine. I think we should try our new BMW and see what happens. See if it's any good. Mint condition Mustang, no low balls. I know. It is interesting. Like there's all sorts of different aspects to buying a car that isn't usual. We're definitely gonna need to practice. Tires are a complete mess, so we want to, I guess, install new tires. So we have softs on the rear, and then we have softs on both. All right, so we can put some new tires on. There we go. Done. I don't think worn tires are that big an issue for drifting though, surely. Like until it becomes a problem. We've already done a tire change. Why is it? It's actually not. It's still showing up as the damaged tire here, and it's showing up as the damaged tire here. I'm not sure why. I feel like I used the tires, so. Anyway. Do some practice. Okay, interesting sound. Okay. So big long sweeping first corner. Got to go out wide there. And then sort of narrower second corner. So it's just 2 corners. Let's try that again now. We know the layout. I think it is easier to do it from this sort of angle. I need to look into the that camera suggestion. 'Cause I know you can edit the cameras. Oh, that's terrible. Start that again. Nope. Oh no. I hit the wrong button, I panicked, I rushed, and I've started qualification, so I guess we're just gonna go for it. We've got 3 attempts. Okay. This BMW has no grip at the rear at all. And second gear is way too low, so we're going to go third. Hey! I did it! 83.2. Delivered when it was needed in qualifying, but you can see how close I was to bidding it in the first corner. I want to do 3 attempts anyway, because I want to just get more practice, basically. So we're going to try that again. I don't think we'll beat 83. The car does sound a bit broken, doesn't it? It sounds like It sounds like a bit of a NASCAR engine gone wrong. That was a surprisingly good run. I'm as surprised as anyone else, probably more surprised. Nope, so there, I tried to go in earlier, and you can see just how quickly it kind of goes away from you. I think this car is a difficult one to drive. It feels a little bit more sensitive than the Skyline did. I need to be more smooth on the throttle, for sure. 81.1 though, despite the mistake. So here, like, I go in too aggressive here, trying to keep it away from the perimeter, and you can see just, nah, it was too much. But we still scored 81 somehow. It's much better anyway than the previous one. Go again. Yeah, it is a weird sounding V8. Totally agree. No, okay. Too wide. Alright, we'll take our 83. I think that should easily get us through. And then we just got to try and... Oh, P3. There you go. then we've got the problem of trying to actually survive an actual round with another car. So all the liveries are kind of default to white here for all the different names. You can see what cars people are running. I don't think they're actually white when we go up against them. I think that's just like a sort of placeholder UI, I guess, maybe. Right, into the top 32. This means by qualifying well, it means we're up against someone from further down the order in the qualifying. So it didn't work for me last time, but maybe it works this time. Up against a BMW. Okay, we're leading first. That's probably a good thing. I've got... Oh, that's why it's so difficult. I've got 900 horsepower. I didn't realize I had 900 horsepower. Not good for the low speed stuff. But we're committed, so... Maybe I should have picked a car with less power for a smaller venue, basically. But maybe I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, again, I'm being a bit too stop-start on the throttle. They scored 90 chasing me. I scored 69. The AI, is it because I went in the grass there? The AI are so good at chasing. I didn't think I did that badly on that run either. I thought it was actually all right. Should we try again? I mean, I shouldn't really try again because it's restarting. It's not really a fair way of doing it. Take the pressure out of the rear. All right. I appreciate that advice. We'll try that next time. Let's just go for the chase run. Can we do that now? No, you can't adjust. You can only change the tires. You can't adjust the tuning because we're into the run. All right. We're just going to try this, I guess. Apparently, we're up against 90. Okay, I'd overtaken. No, way too aggressive. So, basically, I need to learn as well how to start, because I don't know whether to start alongside the BMW, and then you've got to sort of, you got to be close, but you don't want to be too close, because then you have the problem that I had there, where I was literally trying to back off to not overtake as I was entering the corner. So much technique to learn. Yeah. Sorry. It was going so well. Oh. I was happy with it, but I knew I was too close. And I was not sideways enough. Like, too much speed. Nope, too sideways. Too early. We'll keep going though. No, I hit the wall. We outscored them as well. Oh, even though I hit the wall, I got 87.5, and it still wasn't enough. That's rough. That's rough. I guess we're out anyway, so might as well try it one more time. Nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. I still need to learn, like, where you can actually... what costs you points and what doesn't. Because there's certain things where I think, oh, that run's ruined, and actually my score is still good. Like that run there. How did I get such a good score when I didn't slide properly into the first corner, and then had a crash on the second corner? So there's just so much to learn. Forgot to get third gear. Nope, and I've crashed. Anyway. We go out at 32 again, unsurprisingly. So I can't seem to tandem. I can get a score going on my own. And I've tried the tandem drifting. I did try it a couple of times, sort of offline, when I was getting used to trying to get used to the feeling of it and the controller and everything. And I was able to, because you can basically set a first run. So you can do your lead run as your own, how do I explain this? You can essentially chase yourself, right? So you can drive the lead run, and it saves how it looks and where you slid and how everything went, and then you then take over the control as the chaser. So you're essentially chasing your own run, which is quite a good way of practicing it, but obviously not great because I'm inconsistent. So then I'm trying to chase my own inconsistent run, and I'm inconsistent myself. So I can't really, what I can't do yet is adjust to what's happening around me properly. I'm so focused on just trying to hold a slide. I'm not in any way into like the nuances yet on how to improve it while in the slide. So, you know, oh, do I open up the steering a little bit? Do I use a bit more throttle? Do I touch the handbrake? All of these things my brain isn't able to make those decisions to make the run as good as possible. All my brain is doing is, can I just hold a nice slide around these two corners and just do everything I can to hold it and deal with the aftermath when it happens? That's sort of where I'm at with this. I do want to try it on the controller. So I have a controller here. We're going to switch. And I don't know if it's as simple as just working straight away, but what we'll maybe do is we'll try the second event, and we'll go for a different car as well. We'll go for the LRL 35. Was the slicks? I'm not sure actually. So there are certain... Oh, okay, and this... We have the use of all 4 different tyre compounds with this one, whereas beforehand we were only stuck to either city or soft. So it depends on the event, I guess, what the requirements are. So different cars will suit different events. That's something I'm not... Again, need to learn that because I'm just kind of sending it in whatever car I feel like. Obviously, we can tune the car, but I don't... Again... That's going to take time to sort of meddle with things. I just need to get better at I need to get the driving better first before I can really worry about all that, even if the car is kind of holding me back with the way it's set up. Right, let's just switch to controller mode, see if this works. Let's not go gyroscopic steering. It's going to take a little bit, again, to get comfortable. Oh dear. Well, it's a good start. Should have really gone... Shouldn't be doing this in career mode, really. Should be doing this in, like... You should try and get a feel for it in test drive mode or something. Hang on. Let's change view here. To get my buttons memorized again. Oh, too wide. That was going a little better, though. Just got to slowly get a feel for it. There's all these different angles. So yeah, I need to look into the camera settings. So we have here different cameras. So for example, I quite like this one here. And then we can configure them. So you've got FOV, height, offset, tilts. I'm not seeing any of the set. I don't know what settings are recommended to try and get it working easier. So I've had some recommendations here. Adjust it to rotate when you're drifting. I found that, yeah, there is an angle that does that, which is, hang on. Let me just get back on this. Not save this right now. I think it's camera. This one definitely goes with you. So maybe with this one, if I can go for a wider FOV. It's more of an offset, to be honest, that I need. Let's try this, see what happens. That's the wrong camera, that's the one. Oh, sorry, my buttons weren't ready. Just restart that. Okay, camera 3. Okay, other than the crash, that was better. 69. We'll try that again. Look at the mess. The mess we made of the car. Nope. That was better again, though. Slowly getting a feel. I mean, obviously, you can see on the controller there's kind of more assistance basically given to you, right? Like, it's a little bit easier to at least succeed a run, let's say. And of course, I'm sure the ceiling is higher on a wheel for how good you can be, but when you're rubbish like me and trying to get used to it all. .77 in that one. We'll try one more time. It's getting better. Okay. I think we can give this a go then. There are so many different things you can do for different view settings, right? I think that chase cam, even for chase cam, I think it's maybe not on a controller, but on a wheel it's probably easier using this sort of view where it rotates, where it follows the car. But I think that was feeling a bit more natural, so we'll just try it like that. Let's try qualifying. This poor car. We'll repair it again. Let's just give it a go. Keep pressing the wrong buttons as well before. Nope, nope, nope. Cones. Oh, so close. That would have been probably the best one yet. It's coming. Attempt to make a mess of the car. Not a good entry, but we can still qualify with it probably. Or not. Oh no, I've only got one attempt left. That one went wrong very early on. Final attempt. If not, we're going to make a loss. Come on. Yeah, it's day 2 technically now, but it is essentially full day 1 of early access. So all of these things will be subject to change, I'm sure. There we go. There we go. Yep. 80.2. All right. We survived with the final run. It was a bit better. You can see how it's just a little bit easier to manage on controller. So maybe it'll be easier to chase on controller as well. For now. Okay. Finished qualification. We qualified 7th. But it seems like everyone just lifts their game. So many of these drivers for qualifying get like 30s, 40s, 60s, and then it seems like in the actual event they're all just beasts. So that's what we found so far. We're up against Chelsea Field. I think in an R34. Yep. Not white, as you can see. It's kind of burnt orange. Our beautiful car. Oh, I did it again. Pressed the wrong button. No, too much. Wall. Did we get a score? We got a score. They got 96. And I got 57. 96. What am I meant to do about that? Incredible. Right, we'll do that again. It's so much easier for me to lead than chase, as it's because all you just do when you lead is just do your own thing. I think chasing is the tough part. Oh, he spun as well. How did Chelsea get 96 after spinning as well? Didn't even make it across the line. Unbelievable. Okay, try again. Not sideways enough. Too sideways. Sorry, Chelsea. Reverse over the line. Nope, can't do it. So, technically, right now I could continue this, and we're both disqualified from the first run. So I don't get a disadvantage. So all I'd have to do is chase better because we both disqualified. I mean, that's not really how it should be. But apparently the collision was caused by them, even though it was me that spun. So, hey, I could have taken that, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try again. I want to get better at this game first. No, too wide, too wide, too wide. No, same again. It's fine. Recovered it. 98 for Chelsea, 66 for us. I mean, nothing I can do about that other than just spending many days getting better at this game. We'll try one more time. One more restart. I want to have a smaller gap. Chelsea's so good, though. Even there, look. I mean, I got 62. Chelsea got 98. Very tough. All right, we'll try the chase then. Nothing else to lose. The car's looking very rough. Very rough indeed. We'll do a nice speed repair for the final run. We're just spending all our money on crashes, basically. Even if we win any payouts, which we're not, I'm pretty sure. Right, see here, I can't overtake, so I need to learn how to do that bit. Oh, I was getting a little bit better there. I know I still pushed it too far and made a couple of contacts, but it was better than the wheel earlier. I need to make a slower start, basically, so I don't have to kind of fix that. Try again. Bit of T-cut, yeah. Oh, I made a too fast start again. Come on. Go, 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 go. Nope. Again, I actually outscored Chelsea in that one, 82, even though I crashed into them twice, and it wasn't that great. I don't understand it. It seems like it's easier to get a higher score chasing. Try again. Right, slow start. Yep, better, much better launch into it. Too fast. Go, Chelsea. Ah. One more time. Come on. Get a move on. Nope. Nope. Oh, so much to learn. So much to learn. You could just see me constantly adjusting, trying to like survive these runs. Getting too close. Not quite in a natural flow. If you get into your natural flow, you know, you'll be so much better at this. Like, I'm sure many of you played these games for a long time will be looking at this going, there'll be some very basic fundamentals that are going wrong here in terms of when you transition and, you know, when you should be trying to get closer, when you should be naturally drifting further away, all these kind of things. So there you go. All right. Big scores to try and beat here. So we're basically scoring 20 points and everything because we're getting through qualifying and then failing to get through the first top 32. I do feel more comfortable on controller though at this stage. I have to say it's just, yeah, I feel more in control with the controller. We'll try a couple of other ones though. So I'm getting closer to actually being able to succeed here. So we'll do the third one here at Ebisu. So this is the Minami Layout 2. We'll try the only car we haven't tried yet, the Supra. Oh no, it doesn't comply with requirements. Okay, so the tires, there is tire requirements here. So we'll go back to the Skyline, actually. Yeah. Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard. Like, I have huge respect for people who are able to, you know, basically, who are good at these games, right? Like, my wheelhouse is sim racing and circuit racing and all that kind of stuff. And I just, you know, I know how much time you have to put into that. And even then, when you jump on a new game, it's very difficult at first to get up to speed and you have to get comfortable and all these sorts of things. So when I see people playing these games and they're able to just, you know, mess around, do whatever successfully, is so impressive. Like they make it look very easy, and it's very not easy. Tire wise, we have softs for this one, so both are on softs. That's fine. We'll install some new tires after practice. We'll burn up our tires. We'll burn up our current tires for practice. Skyline's good off the line. Nope. So first corner is a sort of right-hander that's relatively tight. So you've got a right-hander, then you instantly into a tighter left. I went too close. Flew too close to the sun. Still pressing the wrong buttons when I enter into the drifts as well. Normally the buttons I use to shift... That's too tight. Normally the buttons I use to shift up and down the gears are actually this time the handbrake. So it's the opposite to what I would normally go for. I'm using the default controller layout because I wanted to get used to a sort of recommended layout rather than changing something I know for other games. Oh, that's me running over something on the ground. Nope. Still can't keep it out of that wall. I need to be way slower into that left-hander. Better line in as well. Yeah, look, oh, see that? Was I running over my own rear bumper, maybe? Which was flailing? Obviously, you don't see it in the replay. Interesting. Little hop. Oh, look at this poor car. Maybe more brakes for this first bit. Not that much, John. But we might actually survive and get around the left-hander this time because of that. I haven't even got to the final corner yet. There we go. Ah, that is it. Okay. They're all quite nice and short. One more time, and then we'll go into qualifying. Yeah, it's not quite Forza Horizon. Ooh, that was wrong. I think it, like, don't get me wrong, it probably would be. Like, once, it'll be much better than Forza Horizon 4 drifting specifically, I think, once you actually get good at it, right? It's just the learning curve's bigger. Like, Forza Horizon's a lot more forgiving for newbies. Like, you can just jump in and throw the car sideways, and yeah, this is a bit more nuanced, let's say. And these are obviously, like, high, you know, these are drift spec cars. When you drive, like, the Formula Drift cars on Horizon, they take a bit of getting used to as well, so. But it's very, very different, of course. Let's try qualifying then. I want my car to look good, but I keep spending money on it. I just need to not crash it as much. We'll use our worn tires for qualifying. And do not have the hang of this track at all, this layout. That should qualify us, but it's rubbish. The first corner I need to be, I'm maybe too close to the wall there, and then I'm too narrow, and then all of a sudden the second corner is like, oh, you have to be so slow around there, and I'm getting the wrong angle. I'm treating it more like a, I don't know, like a racetrack, I guess. We'll get more attempts. Yeah, that's a good point, Skids. Right. Okay. That's better. And slower, lower speeds. Yes, there we go. That should be like a 70 something. 84. Much more like it. The line was so much better. I'm also trying to learn, like, see with this sort of recommended line that you have. I guess it's the rear of the car that you're trying to put on that line, not the front. And I'm kind of trying to drive along the middle of it. But I think it's the rear of the car. I don't know, to be quite honest with you. Could someone let me know? The line, the recommended line. What part of the car should that be for? Too much. Ah, that was going well. I was going big angles. Went a bit too aggressive. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Aero. Wow! P2. P2 in qualifying. It's not going to last. If we could get P2 in an event, that would be amazing. I'll tell you what, though. One thing I am finding is you can see the sort of arc of... Like, for example, I can put together one lead run when I'm on my own that's actually a reasonable score. And it takes a few attempts, and I've got to learn, but I can get like an 80 or, you know, possibly even one day a 90, right? Obviously, then I have to learn how to chase, and you have to learn how to beat an AI car that's either chasing you or leading you. That's all the thing. But once, I mean, I'm going to find it so satisfying once I first get through my round of 32, let alone win an event. Like, it's going to be, you know, the learning curve is there, and you can see that it's possible. You just need to learn those skills on a consistent basis, right? So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to try and get better. Don't think we need to repair the car. Do we want tyre change? I mean, we probably should. We are using up our tyres, but let's do it. There is a thing here, right? And I don't know if this is a glitch, but when I change the tyres, I've installed new ones. It's still showing up as 62%. And I don't quite know why. But if I use more... So I've only got 7 left. If I use another one now, it goes to 100. I back out. Then it says 62. Go back to tyres. I've only got 6 left, and it's still saying 62. So I'm using tyres, but I'm not getting the percentage up on them, if that's what that even means. I might be totally misunderstanding the UI here. Let's try our first lead run then. Right, we're going to do the same again as I did in qualifying, basically. It's alright. How exactly are you meant to beat 100? Also, I thought I did an alright job there. I got 47. Look how good Riku is. Absolutely relentless. I honestly thought I was going to score like a 70-something, 80-something there. Guess not. 47. What was the issue? Racing line. I was nowhere near the racing line. Cool. Cool. I think so, Skids. I think that's a bug. That's what I was trying to get at. I don't want to... When it's day one of a new game in early access, sometimes it's a balance of like, is this a bug or am I misunderstanding? Because also, I'm new to the game itself. So there's a good chance with some of the UI elements, it could be like, oh, this doesn't mean what I think it means. So you got to be a little bit careful. Yeah, I didn't hit the zones. That's what it is. That's the thing, Aero. Those are the kind of sorts of things I need to get better at. Try again. I can't have them having 100, though. That's crazy. Right, hit the first zone. Come on, hit the second one. Don't go too wide. Missed the second one. That one. Got that one. Not going to get this one, though. Oh, I did get it. 76.3 and 98. Okay. Bit better. Didn't hit the zones with the rear of the car every time as well. It was sometimes the front. Let's try chasing. This is where it's been going wrong. Sorry. Ah. Oh. Okay. Now, that's cheating, right? Because I've overtaken Riku, crashed into him, and it's been given as Riku's been disqualified for colliding with me. So, yeah, I could take the victory there. However, we can't do that. I don't know. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. I need to do this on merit. I have tried a wheel Uncharted Skies. I was trying a wheel for all of the stream up to now, and I've just switched to controller of the last two events. Yeah, the wheel, I can feel the potential, and the force feedback and stuff does feel good, guys. Like I was actually enjoying the wheel. I don't have a fully round wheel, which is an issue. It's sort of D-shape, which makes it a little tougher. But even with that, I don't think it would make a difference for me right now. I do think you can tell that it's rewarding, and you can tell that it's going to be a good learning curve, but it's not as easy. There's not as many filters on it. The controller gameplay has clearly been designed to be accessible, and even though it's challenging and difficult, you can actually get a good drift going with a little bit of practice. So I think those who are playing on wheel, that are good enough to justify playing on wheel and are good enough to be, they're the ones who are going to be able to analyze the physics of the force feedback a little bit further at this point, because it's very difficult when you're trying to learn the game and learn how to do it. It's difficult to know whether it's giving you what it should be. But what I would say is nothing in terms of feedback nothing felt off or odd. It was all pretty natural and pretty intuitive, to be quite honest with you. I'm hearing comments from people saying it's actually better than the force feedback on the first game, which I don't have experience on, so I couldn't tell you that. But that's good if that's the case. Oh, you missed the zone. That could be good for me. Oh, that's the first time I've actually gotten a better score while chasing properly. Actually, it's not, but that felt like a normal run almost, and it still wasn't enough. We need Riku to do worse. 2 more attempts, come on. Car's a mess. No, missed it. That's going to be terrible for me. Just ignore that one. Try again. Last attempt, I think. Oh, forgot to change gear because I was pressing the wrong button. Almost saved it. No, I was pressing the wrong button to change gear. And we don't get to restart. Oh, what a pain. Anyway. Bit of an anticlimax. Almost saved it at that point, but then I was going in 4th gear. Okay. Ah, interesting. We haven't driven... Have we done the Supra yet? Did I do the Supra last time? I can't actually remember. More contracts? Hang on. I'm a bit confused by this. So select contract. DLC parts, but then it's... what I'm unsure about here is I've got 2 sponsors, and if I click square to select contract, I get shown these other sponsors instead. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Little bit confused. Oh, that's a good point actually, Aero. Do you know what? We'll do that. I'll do that now actually. So let's just fix... We don't need to fix the car. We can fix the... We can just fix it cosmetically. Let's go to the Nürburgring.
Willkommen auf dem Nürburgring.
You can do 7 in the evening, 8 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. We'll try the morning. No layouts for the Nürburgring. We'll start with... What car will we drive? You know what? We'll drive the... I don't know if I want to drive the 900 horsepower BMW. It's a little bit terrifying, that car. But we'll try that on slicks. I'm going to do it. So you've got the Nordschleife, and you can start in different points of the circuit as well. So we can start at Tiergarten, we can start at Hatzenbach, Arenberg, so different parts of the circuit, as you can see, Adenau, Mühle, Carousel, and Flansgarten. So I think we should start at Tiergarten. Yeah, so maybe, yeah, on chase cam it's probably better to change camera. So I've been playing around with the cameras a little bit. There's just so much for me to dive into here. So camera 1, we can configure this one. We can try this. I was playing around with different things and trying to find what worked. And to be fair, when I changed to that camera angle where it sticks to the rear, that's easier on I found it easier on a steering wheel, but it might be better actually with the controller going for the other angle. So camera angle 1, let's see. There's cockpit cam. This BMW has way too much power, so it's going to be a disaster. Yeah, look at the wheel spin in 6th. Ridiculous. Did I change? I don't know if I changed the tires in the end, did I? And look at me, that's me fully on the brakes, all the way down. Just about made it. Nope, nope, nope. And we're in the wall. And we're going to be in the wall. What tires are we on? That's what I want to know. Yeah, we're on softs. Right, let's go on slicks then. Yes, please. 4 of these. Install. Install. I bought 4 and I don't think I needed to install new ones there. Anyway, we should be on slicks now. So we should have a bit more grip, hopefully. You kind of need the tires, I guess, to match the power of the car, which makes sense. It's not slicks, it's semi-slicks. Oh. No. Stacked it again. The reason that message keeps coming up, by the way, control scheme, is because I'm actually pressing the pedal by accident. So that's because I've also got my wheel plugged in. Just so much power with this car. But look, it doesn't spin the wheels in 6th anymore, so we can actually see what sort of speed we can get up to. Oh no, that's bad. Tried to do the highest speed drift in history there. It did not work. I'm just destroying this poor thing. But obviously this track is not set up for drifting, right? So you can, I'm sure, get some amazing things going on it, but it's not, you know, it's not small and twisty and lots of switchbacks. You do actually have to remember it's just a sort of race circuit, so that's too much grip on the front there. That was interesting actually what just happened there. It sort of came back around very, very quickly on me. Cheers, kids. Enjoy. Yeah, as a sim racer though, this is the thing. So if I try and hang on, let's do a challenge then. Let's switch back to steering wheel. Okay. Let's try and drive this like I'm trying to set a good lap time and see what happens. Let's try and not. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna try and actually drive this like a sim racer. Okay. Put my gloves back on. All right. It's cool that the track's on here though. It's very cool. But my rears are just hot. I can feel it sliding. Can't brake. Can't slow down. Yeah, look. Obviously, you need to be, with all the horsepower I've got and absolutely no braking performance and everything, you need to be, hang on. Press the wrong button. You need to be either completely sideways and a lot slower to get around the corners, but it means you've got to completely change how you would normally approach the corners. But of course, the car just wants to go sideways, so you can't drive it. You cannot drive it normally. You've got to sort of drive it with a little bit of sliding in mind. Oh, barrier. I don't know why I'm going into second gear. There's absolutely no need to use anything below fourth in this car. Fourth into add now. Oh, you've got the kind of mist up and stuff. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is horrendous. Whoop. Brakes. No chance. Like, braking as soon as I'm in the straight line before that right-hander, and it's like, you just know there's absolutely no chance. Oof. CarX communities which focus on time attack. Yeah, yeah. Like, you could obviously set this car up. I think, for example, the Skyline would be better. This, I mean, the BMW is stupid, right? This 900 horsepower, it's never going to work. But if we go... get some of our money back, at least. If we go jump in the Skyline, I think it would be a little bit easier. Yeah. Yeah, the other track, by the way, Dominion Raceway in America. That's the one I was forgetting.
Welcome to the Dominion Raceway.
Let's have a little look at this one. So you've got the oval in the middle. I don't know if you've got the perimeter here as well. Parking? I mean, you do. You've got parking, but I don't know if it's... it won't be as detailed as Fuji, I can't imagine. Fuji's just wild. easy. I do think that's really impressive. I've just switched over to the controller, and it took me 5 to 10 seconds to do so by just doing a little button press. Like, that's cool. Ah, look at this. Okay, so we can... This is just like your paddock area and stuff. We can get onto the circuit. First time seeing this track. Looks nice. But you can also obviously get out to the perimeters of here as well, so... Out here, for example, is that? No, we go this way. Yeah. Terrible entry. Cool, so you've got the perimeter roads here too. Not as much. I mean, you can see it's a much smaller area, of course, than Fuji, and it looks like the perimeter areas are going to be much smaller as well. Way less to explore. Oh, dead end. Can we get around the lorry? No, it is a proper dead end. Nice little track, though. Yeah, they could do free roam before he... I mean, they already have. I mean, if you look at Fuji... I mean, there's so much to explore at Fuji. I'm just gonna quickly... Sorry, I know I'm jumping around a lot here, guys. For anyone who's just joined the stream, right, who's not been on the stream since the beginning, because right near the beginning, I did drive around Fuji a little bit, and I just want to show you... Fuji real quick, again. I'll drive in a different part as I did earlier, but let's just go Fuji Speedway. I just want to show you how crazy this is. Because this is the equivalent of Nordschleife for free roam on Evo, but obviously, I mean, it's very, very different because it's obviously set up for, the cars are set up for drifting and all this sort of stuff. Now if we go to let's start at the West Gate. The cars are obviously set up to drift. I know you can tune them and things like this to be more grip-based. But without even going in the circuit here. Okay, that one's blocked off, but there is another... we went left earlier. We're going to go right this time because there was a whole road around the outside on the left earlier. And I mean, for anyone who was there, you saw me just driving, for ages along this perimeter road, and even then there was loads of different ways to go. Can we get through here? Do a quick repair. So Fuji Speedway is in the middle. Too tight. Saw that corner coming up on the map and thought that might happen. We can go further out? We can go right here as well. And these are all different roads to the ones I was driving on earlier, by the way. Totally different side of the circuit. Sure. Oh, and now we're at a different gate. So I don't even know where we are now, but this is a different gate altogether. So I think this is maybe down by turn 2? No idea. So this is one of the, I guess this is one of the, like, the drift school bits, or driver school, or, one of those one of those other tracks that you can load in properly. But of course, if you're in free roam mode, it's just like an empty car park or a paddock area. Yeah, the FPS is, I mean, this and the graphics I'm running right now, considering my PC specs, you would expect 60 FPS, really. But there is a big sort of, this is a big area to load in. You can see the stuff loading in the distance as well. So it's not as if, you know, it's not as if the graphics are set to be loading everything in miles away. It should be pretty efficient, you would have thought. I'm seeing drivatars sort of on the map. Down there, on the left, there was someone. Oh, I don't know how to get out of this car park that way. Maybe you have to go in a different way. So there's all sorts of different places you can discover to sort of, I guess you can map out like how to actually find the different areas, because I think the hardest part at the beginning is if you want to get somewhere is finding out how you can actually get there and get through the barriers and access it. Oh, there's a proper, hang on, there's the full kind of drift venue up there. Because you can see all the gates on the map, so I'm assuming I can actually get some points going and get some money from that. Just need to go in the access, which is, I've just gone past it again. Or is this just the, this is the outside of it. How do I get into it? Here? Yes. Oh yeah, look. So that's like almost, you can almost just pick that up. Like, I've just driven to that area and boom, it's like all of a sudden I can see the track in front of me and I can see the drift zones and stuff. I'm probably clipping zones, sorry. I know I'm calling them all the wrong terms. Should have been the outside of my car. Oh dear. Hey, we did a lap. And my tires are mince, he says. So there you go. Little look at Fuji again. For anyone who wasn't with us earlier. So much to explore. And obviously, we can do this online too. So I'm very curious. I've not tried the online stuff yet. Let's give it a go and see what happens. Because there will, of course, be plenty of people on this game, you would think, on day one. So we have online rooms, which is like online free roam. You've got asynchronous duels, and you've got asynchronous top 32. So that's like a ranked mode. Hey, we can try it. I mean, we'll be useless, but I guess that's the point, right? Everyone's got to start somewhere. We can also go in an online free ride. We'll see what servers are up at the moment, if there are any. Yeah, lots. I think Kami is an interesting one too. So we'll actually... Yeah, this was tandem drifting. All your different servers. I would quite like to show you Kami too, which is another sort of... It's basically like a Togue road and everything. If you can choose where to spawn. Yeah, Fuji free roam, exactly, it's cool. This is also already available through the mobile game though, right? Because this... All this, like a lot of the stuff that's in this game is already in CarX... Was it CarX Drift Racing 3 as opposed to CarX Drift Racing Online 2. So this is another venue, or another road, I guess, like... I mean, I don't know what are the textures there. That doesn't look like that when I've driven this offline, and the loading distances are much better than what we just saw there. What I might do, though, is bump up the graphics just to show you what it looks like on high quality. So when we're in Ultra, it might kill the FPS. But it might make no difference. get myself a new skyline. There we go. Beautiful views. If I'm not crashing my car. 36 FPS there as I went over the bollards. Oh no. Nope, 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 nope. Even then you can see the things load. Oh dear. You can see the things loading in the distance as well, like when we're coming down the hill. But it looks nice. Nope, 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 nope. So this is an online server, so if there were other people here right now, I guess, we would see them on the map. Can I actually go to the map? Yes, I can. So there's only 5 people on the server. If there's anyone else around, let's see. I'm not seeing anyone. Oh, there's someone. Okay, there is someone at the radio station. That's the road I'm on right now. Are they going to turn down here? Yes, they are. So if I start going back up the hill, we should find them. So someone's coming down the hill. Ah, too much angle. So difficult. It's very low speed, and you just got to try not overdo the angle. Rear tires replaced. Okay, didn't ask for that. Interesting. Alright, got a few people just around the corner, I think. So we'll have our first, like, little meet-up, let's say. Or they might just run away. Oh, sorry. Crashed straight away. Full concentration, just trying to catch up with this guy. Oh, he's gone. He's done. Well, that's one way down the hill. Can we see him if we keep going? Oh, he's in the trees somewhere over there. Oh, I'm sorry, Mason. Didn't go well for you there. That's exactly what I did the first time. Oh, no. It's not going well for me either. I keep pressing the pedals. I'm getting so distracted. I'm like twitching my feet and then pressing the pedals, and it's asking me to switch control schemes. Yeah, basically the FPS made no difference. Sorry, the Ultra graphics made basically no difference. I could have been running Ultra the whole time. There's one more stage to the right, but that's not custom. We'll take off the frame rate limit and see what happens. Let's go down the hill, actually, because we've not been further down. Yeah, FPS is like 45 to 55 generally, I would say. Oops. Nope. Getting near the bottom of the hill. Ow. It was going alright. I see another drivatar on the map. So maybe we can meet up with someone else. Have another crash. They're coming up the hill. Oh no. Let me turn around. Is it Mason again? It is. I thought they were coming up here, but they've obviously got a little bit of affinity with the trees. Sorry, I didn't mean to crash into you. So much slower going up the hill because you just can't get any power down. I've messed up. I'm sorry, Mason. Well and truly. There you go. So, the other thing to do is, obviously there's free play lobbies where you can go in proper like tandem drifting sessions and things like that. I don't think I'm good enough at that yet to do that in a kind of online capacity, because I would just ruin it for everyone else. Of course, people can just go in and try, right? So, one thing I wanted to try would be the Asynchronous Top 32. So essentially it's a ranked tournament, low to medium entry barrier thanks to asynchronous play. So you can basically use 3 attempts and the ping doesn't matter, distance doesn't matter. You're not racing people, you're racing real people in their real runs, but you're doing it asynchronously. So I'm intrigued to see how this goes. Daily events, you've got Ebisu, Fuji Speedway, and ADM. So let's try the Ebisu one as the first one. Join championship. Sure. There's 3 of us. We'll stick to the Skyline because it feels like the car that I feel most comfortable in, I think. Maybe not at low speed. Maybe it's better kind of high-speed car. I'm not sure. Have I played BeamNG with a controller, and is this game easier than Beam with a controller? For drifting? Oof, good question. Beam is sort of... Oh, I meant to be going. Beam's an interesting one. Yeah, I think it's quite similar, maybe. I think this has more filters on it, I would say, than Beam to help you drift successfully. Beam is maybe just a bit more simple in general as like a baseline. Obviously, with Beam, there's so many different elements to it. It's not just about drifting. But of course, you can get into some drift situations. So I think this game is more suited to drifting, probably. But Beam obviously does a great job of being a decent drift sim just by being a decent sim for that sort of thing, if that makes sense. And with a controller, Beam's still pretty good. Oh, okay, that was it. I guess that was practice. Let's see how this works. This is my first time trying this, so I have no idea. Qualification, we've all got 5 minutes. So we'll just jump in. Yeah, like, Beam does less to help you than this game does, but the baseline of Beam is maybe more simplified physics-wise for drifting. Like, it feels like Beam is a little less nuanced, which makes it a bit more simple. But then this helps you out with the nuance by giving you filters. There you go. That's what I was trying to say, I think. Like, you'll see that, you know, if I go on... If you were to see my controller inputs versus what's happening, they're obviously similar, but they're not exactly the same. The game is like, no, you need to do this a little bit, and it knows that obviously you're playing on a controller, you can't control everything in the same way, so let's just give you a little hand with it. That was pretty good. No, it wasn't. 51. Thought I did a good job. Right, 2 more attempts. Hey, Pedro, welcome. That's got to be good. Surely. I missed the last clipping zone, though. 74.2. Angle is what cost me. It's better, though. 1 more attempt. Ah! Might survive it. 2 hits. 59, yeah, okay, fair. So we got our 70-something in the middle. How does that do compared to everyone else? We can try the dual mode as well, of course, the kind of ranked mode, before we wrap things up. Okay, someone's got 96. Sorry, 94. Someone's got 46. So we're slap bang in the middle of the 3 cars that are entered in this. Can we view other people? Show attempts? Okay, you can view your own attempts. We can watch the replay of this person's 94. Someone asked about paint jobs and liveries earlier, I think, in the chat. Sorry, I forgot to come back and answer you. I don't think there's like custom stickers and stuff yet, but there is custom paint. So you can like paint different panels and things like that in different colors, but I don't think you can actually add decals and stuff. I'm not 100% sure. I've not played around with it enough. Minute and 20 to go. How am I liking it? I'm enjoying my time so far, for sure. It's like a totally different discipline for me to kind of get used to and get comfortable with, but I am having fun with it. I really enjoy the kind of act of chasing a score. I think adding the competitive element to it is fun. The free roam stuff, like for example, which is kind of strange because as a sim racer, I love the Nordschleife. I love lapping the Nordschleife in any car. Trying to lapping the Nordschleife in this game when the car's sliding everywhere is, to me, is frustrating. Like I just feel frustrated I can't get the power down, frustrated that I'm drifting on a straight, and the enjoyment doesn't come from that for me. Obviously, when I get into a nice rhythm of drifts through a bunch of sweep back corners, that's different, and I can enjoy it, but then I don't have a purpose if I'm just in kind of free roam mode. So for me, this game, I enjoy roaming if I'm exploring somewhere. So, for example, I'm really enjoying Fuji because of how vast the vicinity is, and just I like the idea of trying to discover all the little hidden areas around Fuji. That's cool, and it's also interesting because it gives you an idea of what it's like at the venue, being like a laser scan version of it. So it really does give you an insight as to what the layout's like. If you can't do that, you can't do that in Nordschleife, so I have to wait for AC Evo for that. But then the drifting side of things and the competition side of things, the career mode, the asynchronous dueling, the tandem drifting that we're doing now, all of this sort of stuff, that this is interesting to me because of the competitive element and because I'm rubbish at it and I want to get better at it. I'm really enjoying just slowly chipping away, right? Like I already feel like I will be more competent now. Oh, there's not enough players to even do this. Oh, that was a waste of time. I feel more competent now than I did at the start of the stream. And that's the point, I think. Let's try, maybe we have to go into duels then. Are there enough people doing duels? Let's see. Not so far. Interesting. Really struggling to find an opponent on this. So just a reminder what this mode is. It's asynchronous duels, a ranked esports mode with a low entry barrier. The matchmaker finds you an opponent based on your rank. A win increases your rank, a loss decreases it. And it's asynchronous, therefore you get multiple attempts per race and distance and ping doesn't matter. So it's basically the ranked version of Async Top 32, right? The real-time Top 32 is locked at the moment, so that's something that I think the game's going to have to develop more to be able to unlock. I guess that's maybe either a full game feature or just further into the early access program. That's obviously going to be huge. And of course, you can do your real-time asynchronous... You can do your... Sorry. I did just say the phrase real-time asynchronous. You can do your real-time tandem drifting through the online rooms, right? Through these. So maybe we'll join it just to see. Hopefully, Pedro. See, this is like a car meet at Ebisu. This is for the hardcore. The hashtags are tandems drift car meet, and it's 300 horsepower soft 235. That feels like a very specific thing that they're looking for. So we're not going to join any of those specific servers that need specific vehicles, because I'm not there yet. We do have 7 out of 16 people in this server, though. I just want to see what it's like jumping into an on-track server. Oh, look, yes, you've got all the different areas. East Course, Drift School Course, Drift Land, Drift Stadium. That's the famous one, Minami. West Course, and then the main gate. So you've got the facility here as well, which is really cool. So we can just turn up to all these places, right? So you can just go from the main gate and drive around and bump into people. Let's start at the main gate then. I've left the graphics on Ultra as well. 30 FPS out here. I was going to read that sign. Reversing in this game is very difficult with a controller for some reason. Yeah, 28 FPS. This is bad. Okay, I'll turn the graphics down for this one. Gymkhana, Central Parking, Kita, Togue, Higashi. But the school court, everything's left actually. Everything on that side is left other than one. So we're going to go left. But I am going to turn down the graphics because that is now struggling. So much more than it was. So let's go. Let's just go back all the way to medium. Actually, you know what? Let's see how it looks on low. I'm just curious. Let's see what FPS we get on low. So at the moment, it's still low, which is interesting. The graphics aren't really helping. It feels better. So maybe this is a big part of optimization with the early access program. So the graphic setting presets are making basically no difference to the actual performance. Gymkhana course on the left? Is it this way? Oh, it's right there. Okay. No one's on here though, so we've got to find a different course. Okay, what else? I'm basically now just exploring the vicinity, looking for a circuit with people on it. Let's see the sign. So where's the main course? I'm disappointed that this is really not helping the performance at all. It's just frustrating. I just want a game to be smooth, you know? Might as well leave it on high then. It does make a bit of a difference, just not enough of a difference. I want to see the map as well. Where is everyone? So, Drift School Course. Okay, if we take a right hand here, this is the thing, you can almost map it out. So if we take a right, swing a right at the fork, or we can go for a Higashi. There's 2 people on that one. No, we'll try Drift School Course. So we're going to take a right at the fork, keep going past the Drift School, and then we'll be at the Drift Stadium. Okay, that's the plan. Okay. Oh, this is us on the road. Okay. I would love to go to this place in real life, though. Just such beautiful surroundings and... Oh, no. Too fast, too fast, too fast. But it's clearly more heavy on hardware. Just trying to take a shortcut onto the circuit. Hello. Oh, it worked. Oh no, this is the jump. Oh no, I wasn't ready for it. We didn't die though. First time at the famous jump. I died after it. Oh, hello. Sorry, mate. That was an accident. No! I've messed up, I'm sorry. I've let you down, Hood Mafia. So it's getting busy here, but look at the FPS tank. Also, my car sounds have gone. Well, they were gone. They're back now. Yeah, so performance is pretty shocking. Nailed it and crashed. Nailed it is a strong. I wouldn't say I nailed it. Far from that. You can turn collisions off. Ah, so now I'm ghosting. Ah, okay, so I'm not going to mess up anyone. Catherine. Look at this. Oh, there's a big group of them. Nice. Okay. Up in the grass, sure. It's just impossible right now because I'm getting all sorts of weird audio issues. I'm now getting lag. Like, it's just... For some reason, this track, this server, look at the cars flying in the air. Something's tanked it. Catherine's gone. I'm going to be in a wall. What is going on? Oh, nice. That's how you do it. I'm going to stay ghosting for now because I'm clearly not very stable in the server for whatever reason. I've turned ghosting on just because of the... Oh. How did this group catch us already? Oh dear, we're crashing. I've crashed. Right, it's too kind of laggy right now for me to actually be able to enjoy this. And I really don't know what's causing that. I don't think low graphics is going to help anything. Nope, not really. Alright. Something, so it's definitely something to be sorted there. Don't know what's going on exactly, but you can see the sort of... You can see the server camaraderie going on where everyone's just like, right, let's just jump together, go in a big group, have a laugh. Like, that's fun. It was an EU server as well, I think. I'm not even sure. And I think with career mode, I've done all these events, but I haven't unlocked any other events, I don't think. I'm getting all... Okay, I'm getting all these no DNF contracts. I don't actually know how this is all working because I've got empty slots. I've signed these 5 contracts, but they're all different from before, so I really don't know what's going on with that. But we haven't unlocked the next event, so I need to get more. Basically, I need to do better, right, to be able to unlock the next event. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try one more career mode event. I'm going to try and actually get through the first round. I might not, but I'm going to try. The Nishimo was quite good. The Supra was pretty intense. Should we go... We'll go back into the Nishimo. Hey, Ibrahim. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I am good. Enjoying trying something a little bit different. Okay, this is the one that I did... I can't even remember. I need to just drive it and see. I'll turn the graphics back up now because we don't need the... We can go in Ultra now. Oh, this is the one I did in the M3, in the E46, isn't it? Oh, it's so much easier in this car than it was in the BMW on the wheel. Oh yeah, much better. We'll just do it. We'll just try and qualify. I want to win. I want to get through a round of one career mode before we wrap up. .95.3. Finally, a good score. High 90. That's the first time I've been above 90, I think. 95.3. And it was a good run. It felt good. We'll just finish qualification. We'll carry the momentum. First in qualifying. Now we've got to beat 32nd place, which is probably not going to go well. And they're in a Corvette. Okay. The BMW was just too much power for the circuit. It's way easier in this. That was pretty good. 91.4. That is the best lead run we've done. We still didn't beat Vincent, but we can now just have to chase and just beat the score by 3 and we'll qualify. So this could be it. Can I finally do a decent chase? That's the question. Can't overtake. It was going well. First corner was good, and then I just got too close, I think. So we've got to try that again. Right, come on. Is this the one? Is this the one? Yes! By 0.5 of a point, I've finally actually won a tandem drift event. Or at least not won the event. I've actually qualified for the past the first round. Unbelievable. Racing line was terrible, apparently. But I'll take a win. So we're into the top 16. What a strange feeling. I don't know about the triple screen support, unfortunately, at this stage, Nico. Hopefully we'll get more updates. It being day 1 of early access, hopefully all these things will become clear. Right, we've actually outscored our rival in the lead run, so I just need to match him in the chase. All of a sudden, it's coming together. It's coming together. Which Euro RX news, Ibrahim? Because when you say new news, I knew there was news within the last week, but I don't know if you mean the new news that I haven't heard today, if that's what you mean, or you mean different news. Oh, ICE's back. Okay, yes, I did know that news. Yeah, okay. You'd already told me which news. Yes, I was aware. It's awesome. As a fan and not the person who's responsible for finding the technology to move forward and develop real cars and all this sort of stuff. It's great news. Hopefully it doesn't hopefully it doesn't have a negative impact, and hopefully everyone can just have a good time with it and enjoy it. I think it's good. Jay asks, CarX Drift Racing Online 2 versus a set of courses, which would you consider to be more realistic? Honestly, Jay, that is impossible. I am not the person to answer that question. I'm happy to have a go on answering how realistic certain race cars are in certain race games if I've driven something similar. But as I've never driven a drift spec car that's set up for a drift competition, I really struggle to answer how realistic either game feels because they're very, very different. I'm finding it as well, like I'm running on a steering wheel that's D-shaped and I'm trying on a controller. A set, of course, has realistic physics in general, absolutely. So therefore, when you start drifting on it and start developing cars and mods and things that feel, you know, that are set up properly, I'm sure it's very realistic, like relatively. This, I really can't comment on how realistic this is because the only cars in this game are cars that I've never experienced and I don't know how they should feel. But I mean, the competition side of it seems pretty good. The fact that I can pick up a controller though and do this means probably it's, yeah, it's not super easy. Or what I mean by that is, sorry, I say that was the wrong phrase. What I mean to say is, the fact that I can pick up and play this on a controller and it adds filters and stuff like that, obviously we can't talk about realism from what I'm doing right now because clearly the game is accessible in a way where you don't have to be able to do this with the steering wheel and pedals to be able to play the game successfully. You know, that sort of thing. Yeah, that's fair, Jay. Yeah, you've got to be... I've noticed that. I've been saying throughout the stream, you have to be gentle, really gentle in the throttle. And that's the big thing with this game. Oh. Am I going to get blamed for that? Interesting. I noticed you don't hold the throttle or brake in between 0 and full value. Yeah, I'm trying to. It's basically, I should be being a bit more gentle with this, and I'm sure that's one of the things that will get better. But I've got very sensitive triggers, as you can see, so I just need to basically be a bit more smooth. I'm trying to hold it in between, but... Oh, come on. Naoki's running all the way onto the grass. I just want to get through this round. Maybe I'll drop back a little bit more. I probably should be holding it. That was pretty good. That was actually quite good. I should be holding it more, I should be more like gentle on the throttle for sure and balancing it more in the middle. I'm just not good enough at it yet, basically, is the truth. But that's getting better. And we've just gotten through not only to the top 32, not only to the top 16, but to the top 8 for the first time. So there's a bit of a learning curve that we're succeeding right now. Top 8. I know I've used restarts. Not changing the tyres, I'm just leaving the car as it is because I like how it feels. Thank you, Franco. Ibrahim, the wheel is compatible. I've done a fair bit of wheel running earlier in the stream. I've just switched to controller for now. That was pretty good. 91.8. We're in a flow now. Time to chase Dylan. Dylan was not close enough. Yeah, it is. It feels like the sort of game. Like I am enjoying playing it more on a controller than a wheel right now. That won't be the case for everyone, of course. And being a bit better at it, I'm sure the wheel becomes more enjoyable. But it does a very good controller support, like with all the filters and everything that just make it very manageable. But still very challenging. I think I was too far behind. No, 85. Okay, another victory. It's getting more and more comfortable. Into the top 4. Kevin Novak. Okay. No, there's lots of maps, Ibrahim. I would recommend go and, if you have time later, go and check out some other bits of the stream because There, you can free roam the whole of Fuji Speedway and its vicinity. You've got the same with the Ebisu complex. So many different kind of circuits within that complex. You can drive between them. You can drive around all the different circuits. You can do events on them all. The Nordschleife, Nürburgring Nordschleife is in the game. You've got 2 other sort of kind of designated drift venues that are full circuits but also have vicinity areas. So loads and loads to do, Ibrahim. It's very, very cool. This is just the career mode element where it's more the competition of tandem drifting. Bit too shallow. It's not going to be as good a run, and we're going to bin it anyway. Oh. Yeah, we're going to bin it anyway. Try that again. There you go. Ah, okay. Was it Jay? No, who was it who was saying? Anonimo YouTube. I have no idea how you meant to pronounce that. That's the partial throttle that you were talking about, right? And you can see that just by, if I have the confidence to get the line right and get the speed right, I can then be smooth on the throttle, and all of a sudden, it makes sense. I still got beaten, but we can get that back. Nice. Thank you. We're getting better. We're improving. The drift school did talk about that, but I couldn't really execute it because I wasn't good enough at the rest of it. No. See, I was going to say we were not going to get away with that sort of line, but I tried because I'd already lost the drift. Try again. Oh, nice, Ibrahim. That felt good. No, still defeat. That was probably the closest I've run. There, I should have got... Yeah, it was that rotation at the start. That's what killed me. I thought it might at the time. Forgot what button the handbrake was. Didn't press it quick enough. Try again. Oh no. That's an awful start. Yeah. Okay, last time. Last chance to get through this. Car's a mess. Come on, this is it. I don't think we're going to win it. No, Kevin was too good. I wasn't terrible. Kevin was too good. So we bow out in the top 4 though, which is by far and away the best so far. And does that mean we actually unlock any other events? I get 110 points, so yes, we get more than 20 points. You get 20 or 0 if you qualify. Well, 20 for qualifying, but you can only get more points for getting further in. So hopefully 110 points actually gives us another route, like another event to do in career mode, but we obviously just need to get better at the ones we do have access to. The game is making the clipping points smaller and smaller each run. Probably. So does that mean... Yeah, so that actually means we've unlocked the second one at Ebisu. I'm just going to take all the sponsors. We haven't tried Fuji yet, so we'll do that. Well, we're going to finish off. This is going to be our last thing. I'm going to try the Fuji event. See if we can consolidate some of those gains. We'll drive the Supra. Or the Kyoto S80, sorry. Oh no, we can't because it doesn't meet the regulations. Rear tire type. We'll go for... We're not going for the BMW. Will we try the Skyline again? Actually, do you know what? Let's buy something else. Obviously, I can tune these cars to make them eligible, right? But I don't kind of want to mess with the tuning right now. What else have we got? Could buy a Corvette. Oh, I really want the Silvia. It's going to be this. And we're going to paint it traction colored. And then we're going to try and take on a Fuji event. There we go. Oh, it didn't save. Oops. Oh, can we do... Ah, we can actually do... Traction pink proper. There we go. Look at that. Barbie bright as well. Ooh. Wild. Right, we'll go for metallic. You're not missing this car when it's coming along. £750, yeah, sure. Or dollars, or whatever the currency is. Right, let's see how it feels. We'll take it out and we'll try and do our career mode event at Fuji to round things off. Excellent. Yeah, yes, Terj, were you playing that just now? I'm very intrigued by this. Flat Out 4 in VR. Very, very intrigued. Absolutely. Thank you, Franco. Appreciate it. Mega. Let's see how the Silvia is. That's a good start, John. Nice one. Break it straight away. Just instantly damaged the car. Okay, a bit more sensitive than the last one. I think this is slightly more difficult. I was going to say route, potentially. I don't know what they call this. Stage. Layout. Nope. There we go. 78. Just about got away with it. Try another one. Ah. Yes. That'd be cool. So you're playing on a controller in VR? Oh, yes. Smoothness is what I need. More smoothness. Okay, let's jump into qualifying. Too close to the edge, I think. 46. It probably would still make it through, to be honest, but we want better. No, I'm not smooth enough. Scrappy. We're going to get qualified with that, though. 76. One more attempt. Yes, it is day one of early access. I mean, that's still... You're still... Like, of course, we expect everything to improve. And it's, you know, this is where they get feedback and everything. But it's still, you know, good to highlight some of the performance issues that we've had. Because that is clearly an area that does need improving. That's going to be... As is my driving, as you can see. But yeah, even ultra graphics, low graphics, neither is really giving me consistent frame rates, especially when you're with, you know, in a busy location. But apparently also for me, when I was with lots of other cars on track, it just dropped. It was pretty rubbish. I don't know why. But it seems like I don't know how many people were having that problem, which is interesting, because everyone else seemed to be okay. So, not sure. Right, finished qualifying. We're 76. This one's a lot tougher than the last one. The car's a bit more sensitive. The track's maybe more difficult. I just got into a really good flow with the previous one. So let's try and see if we can make it through again. Driving course layout 1. Hard to work out what sort of speed this one should be. I don't know if I'm going too fast, maybe, for the first section. Oh. So close. My poor car. Oh, that's... I think that's better. $100 for Ben, 56 for me. Okay, I need to restart that. I was driving through the barrier at the end. Yeah, the angle in zone was down. I thought it was going to be good because the angle was so heavy, but no. Not for tandem drifting. Bit of stuttering. 2 more restarts. We'll repair the car, have it looking better. There we go. I'm seeing an early access full release debate going on. It's one we've had a few times on the podcast, but it's a very interesting debate. I think it has to be assessed on a case by case scenario. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer that kind of fits all, if that makes sense. Nice, 77.7. That's good. We'll do the chase run. He's also in a Sylvia. I hadn't even looked at the car. Oh, too much. Can we save it? No. Line wasn't good. Very much no. Yeah. Try again. Ruin my car again. I'm spending all my contract money on repairing my car. No, that's a terrible start. I tried to do something different. No, no, no. We try again. Just gotta wait off the line. I'm nowhere near close enough. His run looked good, but I was nowhere near close. I got 70. We've got one more attempt. I need to basically be... Yeah, distance was 10 out of 25, so that's where I need to improve. It's tricky. It's so... I find it very difficult to judge the start of this. Like, for me, it's very... I need to give myself space to get into the slide without making contact. I'm not yet an expert at, like, seamlessly slotting in right next to the car in front. And then I just feel the pressure. If I'm too close, I'm just worried I'm going to crash into them the whole time. Could leaning on them the whole way work? I mean, I'm sure it wouldn't be allowed in real life, but that last bit, that last corner as well, it's such a tight corner. No, we didn't make it. We didn't make it. Anyway. It was getting better. Just leading the whole time. 20 points it will be for that one too. But there you go. Thank you, Ibrahim. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to be off now, Ibrahim. I've been going for almost 3 hours now, so I'm going to leave it there. But I've thoroughly enjoyed myself playing this game. And as you can see, of course the learning curve is huge, but it's there. And I'm thinking it's fun on a wheel, it's fun on a controller. It's more relaxed and enjoyable, I would say, on a controller, but I think if you're really into the scene on a more regular basis, I can totally see why you're going to get right into this on a wheel. I think the ceiling's going to be higher on a wheel, of course. and it's just going to be epic, like drifting in, you know, on servers with lots of people. Free roaming on Fuji is going to be cool. Obviously, I'd like to see a bit more. I think it would be really cool if the sort of free roam elements had more gameplay to them other than just drifting and drift score. It'd be cool if there was like some collectibles or just, I don't know, something. There's something that could be done there for sure because of how epic those sort of vicinity areas are. So yeah, very, very cool. And I look forward to trying to get further in this and just basically learn how to drift better, because I think it's been a long time that I've not been good at this, and it would be nice if I could get a little better. But you could see the rate of progress if you've been here since the beginning. Thank you very much. But you've seen the rate of progress from the start to the end was quite significant. So it's literally just getting the time in on the game. But yeah, it's been great. This is CarX Drift Racing Online 2, which is now available on PC via Steam. I think it's about 20 quid or something like that. Available in early access now, as of yesterday. So it's only going to get better. It's only going to be worked on and improved. But yeah, if you like what you see, check it out. And if you don't like what you see, don't check it out. And go and play Le Mans Ultimate instead, or Race Room, or whatever it is you might be playing this weekend. Forza Horizon, of course, coming next week. That's a big one for everyone too. So if this is getting you in the mood for Forza Horizon 6, do subscribe to the channel, because we're going to have lots of content, of course, for that game. Very, very excited to bring you all of that stuff. Check out the Traction Control podcast on the Traction Control podcast channel. Thank you for all the shout-outs for that, Terj. Much appreciated. And yeah, check out our other traction videos as well that you've seen on the channel. I do also want to make a quick point that the SimRacing Expo in Charlotte is coming up very, very soon. So if you head over to the TraxionGG website, all the information is also in the link, is in the description of this live stream. But you can head over to the Traction website, find our SimRacing Expo Charlotte specific section, and you can buy tickets, you can enter competitions, and we may see you in Charlotte. We will definitely be there. I will be in Charlotte with my colleagues. We'll be trying out some of the latest sim racing equipment and the latest games that are going to be there. Hopefully lots of new stuff to try out, as well as existing stuff. And of course, hopefully lots of sim racers there for the first time at a Sim Racing Expo who maybe couldn't make it to the one in Germany. And if any of you guys watching this are going to be in Charlotte, do let me know, because we will of course endeavour to meet as many of you as possible while we're over there, amidst all of our content filming, let's say. It's going to be very, very busy. So yeah, excited to see. Ah, nice one. Thank you. XT Worldwide. Appreciate it. There's a few, I guess, but I don't know how many. There is definitely a few. Just Dave Gaming. Check out Dave as well. And many. I'm thinking sim racing specific, but I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, good to have you on board anyway. Hopefully you've had a good time. Yeah, not long till Charlotte now as well. May, was it 22nd of May? So a couple of weeks really, and then Charlotte's going to be underway. So yeah, very, very exciting. Hopefully see some of you there. Until next time, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Enjoy whatever motorsport you're watching, or whatever racing games or non-racing games you are playing this weekend. And I'll see you again very soon. Bye.